Good morning.
Rise and
It's Friday,
shine.
May
This is your morning
2nd, and I'm
Buzzcast
Ted
for
Keith with
Thursday,
your morning
May
Buzzcast.
22nd. I'm Austin
couple
Karp,
years ago, I
joined
wrote
by
a
my
closing shot
SBJ
for
colleagues
SBJ,
Chris
making the
Smith,
case that
Rob
May
Schaefer,
might be the
and Mike
mightiest
Mazzio.
month in
We had an
sports.
amazing
And this
night
weekend
last
offers
night at the
another
Sports
example for
Business
why that
Awards
is.
at the Marriott
The
Marquis in
Kentucky
Times
Derby,
Square.
F1's
We're all still
Miami
waiting
Grand
for
Prix,
Steve
the
Ballmer to
NBA
finish his
playoffs, the
acceptance
NHL
speech
playoffs,
for Facility
a
of
full
the
MLB
Year.
calendar,
Gave a
all
rather
on
long
tap.
speech. We had to play him
And
off a
before
little
the
bit,
month
but
is over,
congratulations
the start of the
to
WNBA
everybody at the
season,
Clippers
the
for winning
PGA
that award.
Championship,
But I
the
want to
French
talk about
Open,
the entire
the Lacrosse
evening.
Final Four,
Chris, I
and
want
the
to start with
of the
you.
college
What was your
baseball and
biggest
softball
takeaway from the night?
tournaments.
Austin,
May days are cause
two big
for
takeaways. Number
serious
one,
fun
the quick
for
one.
sports fans.
The happy hour
Today
remains
is
the
the
best room
first
you'll be in
Friday
all
in
year.
May, which can only mean one thing.
Jam-packed
The run
rooms
for
with
the
the biggest
roses
executives
is
in the
tomorrow.
industry.
The
All letting their hair
151st
down,
Kentucky
having a
Derby,
good
long
time,
contested on the
getting
first
ready
Saturday
to
in
try to
May,
figure out how they're going to watch the
will be
Knicks
held
game
as always
throughout
at Churchill
the
A
Downs.
lot of
And
questions
it is the
about
track
Austin.
itself
Where
that has
can I
been
watch
making
the Knicks
headlines
game?
in
And I about
recent
handed my
weeks.
phone to 5 people.
Back in
I would say
February,
during the
Churchill
awards,
announced it was
my
commencing
focus
a
was mostly on the deal of the year
three-year project that was
category.
expected
I thought
to
it was
cost nearly
such an
$1 billion.
incredibly
The largest
contentious
expansion and
category. There were
renovation
so
in the
many strong
150-year
contenders
history of the
there.
venue.
We saw a win for the
That was
Strategic
on
Sports
top of
Group's
nearly
investment in
$400
PGA
million
Tour.
worth of improvements that have been
$1.5
made
billion
dating back to
investment as part of a
2022,
$3 billion
led by
commitment,
Populous and
launch of
Calvin
this for-profit
Construction,
entity.
the
We
two
saw
entities
the
that were to lead the
kind
next
of creation
stage
of a
the
league with
renovation.
players having equity in it.
However, just a couple
Sam
weeks
Kennedy
ago, Churchill
admitted
Downs
he was a little bit
announced that due
surprised,
to
right,
economic
when they won it,
concerns,
not
it would
because
be
he didn't think they
pausing much of
deserved
the
it, but because
scheduled work.
it was such a
Some of
strong
that work was
field,
expected to be completed
and that
in
because
time
it was
for
so
next
early, he
year's
wasn't sure that
Derby.
people really understood
A
what they
few
were going
smaller
for.
aspects of the
Kind
reno
of
will
talked a little
still
bit
take
about
place.
how
Churchill
Fenway Sports
Downs
Group
Inc. will
and
spend
the role
about
they played in
$30
leading the
million
Strategic
on
Sports Group really
renovations
was
of the
looking to be
mansion and the
transformative.
Finish Line Suites, which
And
are
I think that
expected
the
to be
judges kind
completed
of bought
next
into that. And
April.
so
The
they came
mansion
out
will
ahead of
update the
the
sixth floor
NBA's
space
media
that
rights. They
debuted in
came out ahead of
2013,
Netflix
and work on
WWE.
the fifth
They
floor
came out
Finish Line
ahead
Suite
of
will update
Ryan
15
Smith, right,
existing
launching a
suites
new
and increase
NHL
capacity
team in
to
Utah.
750
It's
people.
pretty impressive stuff. And so I thought
CDI
really
will
stood
then
out to me.
reassess the rest
Well,
of the
I
planned
kind of
work
got to
to
agree
figure
with
out the
Sam
best way
Kennedy's
to
sentiment
proceed.
that I don't know that
Sponsors
this
are still
deal
lining up to
was
be a part of
ripe
the
to
event,
win yet.
led
I
by
think there's
Brown
still a
Forman,
long way
maker
to
of
go
Woodford
in
Reserve
settling
Bourbon,
the future
longest
of
tenured
the
sponsor of
PGA
the
Tour.
event
Even
with
with this
involvement
investment, I
dating
thought
back to
it was an incredible
1999.
first step.
Ford
But
expanded
I'm
its
kind of a
role as
media
the
guy. Maybe
exclusive
I'm
auto
biased,
sponsor,
but
with naming
that
rights for the Ford First Turn
$77
Club,
billion
a premium
deal, whatever it
hospitality
is,
space that
that the
debuted in
NBA got in its
2023.
media rights,
And all their
I thought
12
that was an
premium
incredible
sponsors lined
deal
up for the
and
event.
was overlooked in this
The
particular
big
category.
news on
From
the
what I
track
understand,
for the
a big
1.25
contender
mile
in the
race
room with
is
the
the return
judges,
of
but I
famed
think,
trainer Bob
Strategic Sports
Baffert.
Group just edged it
Baffert
out.
was
And let's not
suspended
forget,
for
too, it's
3
not
years
just the
in
money and
2021
what they're
after
doing to
his
transform the
horse,
sport of
Medina,
golf,
won
but
the
the people
Derby
who are
but then
involved,
failed
right?
the
You have
drug
Fenway
test
Sports Group,
and later
major
died of a heart
player in
attack
our
that
industry.
year.
You have Steve
Baffert
Cohen, you have
trained
Arthur
both of
Blank.
the
It's
most
just a
recent
laundry
Triple
list
Crown
of
winners,
some of the
American
biggest names,
Pharoah
some of the
and
biggest
Justified.
investors. So I think,
And
a
his
lot of heft
return
there.
brings one of the
Rob
biggest names
Schaefer,
in the
what's your
sport
takeaway
back
from
to
the
its
night?
biggest race.
I thought the NHL had
I'm
a
not
pretty
a
good
gambler,
night.
so I can't
Austin,
offer any
winning
advice
the
on
two
who to put your money
categories.
on. But I do know
Event
who
of the
I'm
year,
rooting
I
for.
went to Four Nations
Journalism,
Face-Off. We all
which
saw
just happens to
how
be the
raucous of a
pre-race
success
favorite.
that was.
On
Whether
Sunday,
you
the
look at the
Miami
TV
Grand
ratings,
Prix will take
attendance,
place for the fourth
the
straight year, and it
atmosphere,
has
and
already
generally
become one of the most
contentious
interesting stops
vibe
of the
on the ice
season for Formula
created
One.
something of a moment
Last year,
for the NHL
275,000 fans
at an
attended, a
interesting
record for
time.
the
So
event.
it'll be interesting to see
For the first time
potential
this year,
future of
one-day
that event,
grandstand
which they
passes have
still
gone on
haven't
sale, so
necessarily
that
been
attendance record
committal
could
on,
be
and
in
there are things
jeopardy.
with
The event, of
the Olympics
course, is
next
more than
year
just a
and
Sunday race.
the World
It's a weekend-long
World Cup
celebration
years
of the
after that.
sport
And
and
it
the
was
city.
owned the sports
Last year's
zeitgeist
race
for
drew
a while
3.1 million
Right,
viewers on
right.
ABC,
So another
the most
competitive
ever in
category,
the
but a
US
really
for a
deserving
live
winner
F1
there to
race.
me. Also
Beating the
notable,
previous mark of
Gary Bettman on
2.6
stage with
million
NHLPA
viewers.
Executive
And
Director
speaking of
Marty
impressive
Walsh.
viewership,
Obviously,
the NBA
CBA talks are
continues to
ongoing
rebound from an
between
up-and-down
those
regular
sides, and
season
Bettman
with
said
a
on
strong
stage and
playoff
accepting the
performance.
award that
ESPN is
relations
averaging
between the
just
league and
under
the union
4.5
are in a
million
really good
viewers, up
place.
13%
So that was
from
notable
last
too,
year.
and something to keep an eye on.
Last weekend's game,
Obviously, the other
second weekend of the
category,
playoffs,
team of the year, going to
averaged
the Florida
almost
Panthers.
5.5 million million viewers
after
on
winning their
ESPN
first
platforms. That was up
Stanley
4%
Cup
from
title
2024.
and having
And all that
a pretty
followed the
phenomenal
heels of
year
a strong first
on the business
weekend of
side.
the
So
postseason.
a really good night
This weekend
for the
slate
NHL.
could be hurt by the
That
absence
was
of the Los
probably
Angeles
my
Lakers.
biggest takeaway
As
looking
LeBron
back.
James'
at
team
the
was
season.
bounced
I did love
by
that
the
Gary
Minnesota
Bettman, when
Timberwolves
he
in the
accepted
first
the
round.
award, it was given out
But
by
even
Fox
without the
Sports.
Lakers, plenty of
He's like,
marquee
he
teams
did thank
remain.
Eric, even though the
The
Four
Boston
Nations
Celtics and New
wasn't a
York
Fox
Knicks are set for
property.
a
That was on
second round
ESPN,
showdown
yeah,
in the East.
yeah. Mike
While Steph
Mazzio,
Curry
what was
and
your
the
takeaway?
Warriors are one win away from
Austin was
closing
my
out the
first
Rockets and
SBJ,
advancing to a showdown
awards,
with
and
Anthony Edwards and the
it was
T-Wolves.
like Chris said, it was overwhelming
Finally,
how
a note
many
on the
people were in the
upcoming issue
room.
of SBJ that
To
will
Rob's
arrive
point, I
online
think
Monday
the
and in
NHL having a
mailboxes
huge
a
night
few days
was
later.
incredible. And
We
then,
honor
you know,
Fox
I
Sports'
covered
David
baseball
Hill
and
with our
them getting
Lifetime
left
Achievement
off the
Award.
board.
The man
You know,
who
had a
changed
really
sports
compelling case with
television
Rick
forever
Wood, I
with
think.
innovations in
Not
football,
to take anything
baseball,
away from Four
hockey, and
Nations,
more.
obviously an incredible
I
event.
especially enjoyed hearing his thoughts on
and
the
then
value
Team of the
music
Year,
to a
Panthers,
broadcast,
again deserving,
and
won
why
the
those
cup.
iconic
Hadn't
Fox
won
theme songs
before.
we've all
Incredible
become
for
so
that
familiar
franchise.
with
the
means
business
so much to
metrics
him.
they had. Seeing the
Online
Dodgers, who
today
feels
is
like
part
they
of our
kind of
early
played a video
access
game and they've
offerings.
beaten it.
You'll be
The
able
rest
to
of the
read
league is
Alex
super
Silverman's
upset of how much
report
they've
on the
been spending.
concerns World
The
Cup
Otani
host
deal
cities
could have
have
been
as
deal of
they
the
near
year
the
and
one-year
another
outmark
time.
from the start of the event
just
next
unbelievable
summer.
the business they've done.
Few
The Japanese
sponsorship deals have been
sponsorships.
announced yet, but
So they
that
were
could
really
soon
compelling. Caitlin
change
Clark with the
as the
fever
bid
again.
to
They were a
put on
compelling
what
choice
FIFA
as well.
President
So
Gianni Infantino
tough for the
called
judges. Tough calling a lot of
104
these
Super
awards,
Bowls in a
and
month kicks
incredible
into
to be
high
here
gear.
tonight. And
Ben Fisher has a report on
great
how the
first start
NFL is
for
looking to
me.
further grow
Another
the draft.
takeaway.
If you like
2024
the
was an
touch of
Olympic
having a
year,
bike
and you
parade
saw
in
that
Green
reflected
Bay,
in
a
some of the
nod to
winners.
years-long tradition
NBC
of Packers
winning
players
Best in
riding
Sports
kids'
Media,
bikes to summer
and you had
camp.
Sarah Hirschman
Get
from
ready
the
for plenty more
USOPC
touches of
winning
local flavor.
Executive of the Year.
The NFL
Really
draft was a great
successful
way to
event
cap
there
April, but
for
as
the
of
U.S.
yet,
in
it has
particular.
not tried
In
to be
Paris,
part of the mammoth
NBC
month of
showing
May.
that you
Hope
can
you
show the
enjoyed all
events
of this
live,
weekend's
get a
offerings
huge
and
audience,
those of the
and
entire
people
month.
will still
And
come
don't
back
forget,
in
May the
prime
4th
time for
be
that
with you.
storytelling that
I'm Ted
NBC
Keith. Thanks
has
for
become
listening.
so
We'll talk to you
synonymous
again
with
next week.
over the years.
And then David Hill, Lifetime Achievement Award honoree. That's a difficult room to command, right? More than 1,000 top leaders in our industry, and like you said, Chris, from the cocktail hour through the dinner, can get a little raucous. But David Hill greeted and sent off to standing ovations, introduced by Howie Long and Jimmy Johnson, who were great in their remarks. And with his kind of signature, witty, maybe brash, or at times
Some jokes hit, some
jokes hit, and some didn't. But he was outstanding. I mean, really did, I thought, a pretty expert job of taking his career from start to finish, from Worldwide Sports with Channel 9 or 9 Network in Australia, through the Sky Sports era, to starting at Fox Sports when it was Fox Sport. He joked because it was just the NFL. Like the jokes, some of the innovations that David Hill pioneered, whether it be the glow puck, might not have had the staying power, but then you saw it translate into things like in NASCAR, some of the graphics that they used to identify cars and the first down line and innovations like that. Truly a titan of media, of production. His fingerprints are all over everything that you see, whether it's on Fox Sports or otherwise.
You heard John Miller from NBC when they accepted the media category. His first, he was like, we will always be chasing what you did at Fox, David Hill. I thought it was a really, really good honor for him to say that.
And one thing that jumped out to me, I mean, he was all jokes on stage. Backstage doing some more interviews, he got a little choked up, right? Asked about what does this mean to have so many of these people who you've touched, like, share those experiences with you, right? To award you with this Lifetime Achievement Award. And he, got a little emotional and said, and we should note on his birthday, celebrating his birthday there, to have all of these people who he's meant so much to tell him that seemed to be really important.
Well, one final category that I wanted to talk about was the breakthrough category. I thought that was a toss-up coming in. I thought it was going to be either Cosm or TGL. It ended up being Cosm. I thought it could have gone either way. I really love what Cosm has built. I've been to that facility. I've seen it. I love the media deals that they've struck with a number of networks and properties that continue to grow. They're adding more facilities. And TGL, getting off the ground and getting big players like Rory and Tiger and others to participate, I think that also has a lot of room for growth. Well, congratulations to all the winners, and thank you to everybody who was in attendance for the Sports Business Awards at the Marriott Marquis. One more programming note before I go. The SBJ Sports Media Podcast comes out today with a big Memorial Day sports weekend coming up. We talked to TNT Sports' Louis Silberwasser about that deal that he has with Roland Garros, the first one for TNT Sports beginning this weekend. Also, the first Indy 500 is going to air on Fox. We talked to Fox IndyCar analyst Townsend Bell about that race and what it has meant to cover the sport on Fox this season. So, for Chris Smith, Rob Schaefer, Mike Mazzio, I'm Austin Karp. This has been your morning Buzzcast for Thursday, May 22nd. Hope everybody has a fantastic day. Make good choices out there. We'll talk to you all again soon.